Well, hey, it's been a hot minute. I'm gonna wait for some people to show up here. Today's a little bit urgent, so I'm gonna talk about why it's been a minute in a second here. But today I'm gonna do something that I have never done live. I've done it live privately, but not on these platforms. We're gonna be channeling the Galactic Council today for a quick hot minute because there is something very urgent coming through, and I feel like, oh man, we need to know this shit. So while I'm waiting, because I know I normally almost always go live at like 2:30 Eastern time on Thursdays. I'm early today because I've got a lot of stuff going on. So I'm jumping on right now in the little gap that I have in between my chaos. Hello, friends. How are you? I'm going to give it a couple more minutes because what I really want to do today, I'm going to use my cards. We'll explain how this works in a second here. But are you feeling what I'm feeling? My heart feels like it's going to explode out my chest right now. And I know that we've got hello, everyone. I know that we've got some solar flare stuff happening this week in particular. If you've been following the energy forecast on TikTok at diamond.no, or if you've been following them on YouTube, um, I am talking every single day, sharing what's coming through for the energy. And this week has been about power. It's been about understanding your power, standing in your power. Good morning, Ricky. Hey, Ash. And we are leveling up. I am not one to come on here and blow smoke up your ass and be like, yeah, you're leveling up. Everything's so amazing, because it doesn't fucking work like that. The way it works is the work you do is where you arrive. You have to do the work. You cannot wait for someone to come and wave some fucking magic wand and be like, poof, here are your gifts. Does not work like that at all. So I know that the Galactic are feeling a lot of intensity and urgency. So we're going to do that in a couple seconds here. So I'll tell you why I've been away. Oh my gosh, it's been so much. Hi, Erica. My heart is pounding right now, guys. Oh, this energy. Whew. Are you feeling this? What are you feeling right now? Like, oh, it's like I feel like the anticipation and the excitement of them channeling through me live is probably what I'm experiencing right now. They're super stoked. So, anyways, this is what's been going on in my life. So, a revamp of my entire world. It's amazing. We had part of my team came here. So, my elite mentors came here last week. I think it was last week. I don't even know, to be honest. I don't even know what day it is. And we had this amazing, amazing time together. There's a little snapshot on TikTok of some of the ridiculous nature. And we had a lot of fun, a tremendous amount of fun mocking 4D. We made an entire 3-minute video on it. So I don't know if we're brave enough to post that. Should we post it? Because it's fucking amazing. It's so funny. So there's that. So we had this beautiful experience, and then energy is so intense. Hi, Lisa. So intense that I got a cold sore. So that was fun, super attractive, so embarrassing. But even worse yet, a couple of my people fell ill, and one of them being my daughter. And my daughter ended up in the intensive care unit in the hospital and then had to be rushed in an ambulance to a hospital further away. That was like a 2-hour commute for me behind the ambulance, bawling my eyes out because that was not fun. And she was in the hospital for a little bit, and that was a lot of big energy. And this crazy thing happened when we were in there. So in intensive care unit here in Canada, you share a room. And so we were restricted on because of what was going on with her. She had this crazy infection that in her throat that went into her blood, and it was affecting her breathing and her heart. And oh my God, I thought she was going to die. Never in my life have I been like, oh no. So that happened. And this, every person in her room was someone who was actually in the process, the instant process of transitioning to the other side. So let me tell you the energy that I had to explore and that she had to explore. I'm 5th, 6th generation. She's 6th, 7th generation psychic. We're mediums. We're all the things. We're both it was an overload. It was so much. And Dara was with me. So you guys have seen Dara on the podcast. It was intense and it was wild. And it was like we were in between realms, and she's home now. She's mending. So that's good. We're on the mend and we're back to work this week, which is great. So I was away for a bit. And then now we're in the throes of the book coming out. So if you want to really truly have your awakening be catapulted, this book, like, this is a channeled book. This is my life story book. This is all my life work, not all my life work, but the big first chunk of it. And that's coming out in September. So we're in the thick of that. I'm flying out to Vancouver in a few weeks for marketing and all the things. Like, it's just been a whirlwind. So here we are back in front of camera with my cold sore. And my newly microbladed eyebrows. So I'm looking fine today. All right. So we've got some heart palpitations. I'm seeing that. Let's dive in because I have just a little bit of time today. I need to ground and center. As soon as I said that, my lights started flickering. Oh my God. It's like perfect weather. And my lights over here are like flashing at me right now. So it will be as soon as it's available for pre-order, I will let you know. Let me tell you, I'll let you know. This is my baby. This is 40 something years of work all in one book. So very excited to bring that to the world. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We've got a few people on live with me right now. This is going to be, it doesn't matter what time, space, reality, parallel life, I don't know. It doesn't matter when you find this. There's going to be something in here for you. So we're going to channel the Galactic Federation or the Galactic Council. I am going to talk to the truth on why I will not refuse to work with the Galactic Federation of Light. I'm doing a live Galactic Ambassadors on August 27th, which is Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern time. It will be recorded. You can join that or you can get the recording. I'm going to talk about the truth between the Galactic Federation of Light. It is going to burst some bubbles and it is going to piss some people off. And there's a lot of people channeling that and people who have actually become famous for it. That's why I'm going to do it private. I am not going to bring that public because I am not willing to destroy anybody's career. But I have some big news about that. I'm going to be channeling some very specific information in regards to the pole shift. We're going to be talking about that in the event. We're going to be talking about your role in the pole shift and this amazing thing. Like, I hope that there's hundreds in this event. Normally there's like 150 people, 200 sometimes. But I want this to be big because if you feel the ache for change and you know you have a purpose on this planet, this is the event for you. So 100%. We're going to be talking about something that I never even fathomed was possible. And that's been moving through me, as well as some of my students over the last little while, about how we are actually in control of what happens with the pole shifts that are coming up. So that's all I want to say here because it's too much information. It's also something that you're going to learn in that you're going to be able to use in all avenues of your life. And if that's in the wrong hands, if it's in greedy hands, that's not good. So we don't want the whole world to know this secret just yet. Anyways, what we're going to do today. Okay. So for those of you that don't know and that are new to me, my name is Diam. I go by Diam, like the coin. I have been channeling since I was I'm a starseed. I knew I was a starseed since I was in the womb. Today, sneak peek on Galactic. Yeah. So the way it works is I tap into what I'm connected to, which they describe themselves as a collective. It's the Galactic Council. It is a blend. It's many seeds. It's like a round table of many entities, energies that are here for an agreement on supporting the evolutionary process, aka spiritual awakening, with Gaia and humanity, and also in the good way. So they're here for what's in our highest path because we are them. We are starseeds. So that is what I'm going to channel today. So what I do is I just connect into that council and then they speak to me in light language. Little tip, friends, okay? You can translate light language into your spoken language, just so you know. And there's so many people, thank you, Laurie. There's so many people out here getting screaming, crazy Mexican sounding sounds, light language, and moving their hands all over the place. Stop. Like, it pisses me off. That's my ego for you. What? Okay, we all get that you can channel. Everybody can channel. You all have the ability to channel, every single one of you. And you will discover how to do that on the 27th with me. Translate it. Yes, it's frequency. Amazing. That's awesome. Every sound is frequency, every music is frequency, every color is frequency, everything is frequency. So I'm not hating on it, but you have the ability to translate it into spoken word. And why wouldn't you? Because then there's an actual message that people can understand through their ego self. So you're actually going to support a bigger awakening by translating it into your spoken language instead of shooting your mouth off all the time. So Spanglish. Okay. So I'm going to translate light language for you today. If I'm quiet for a second, it is simply because I am translating. You'll see me looking around. Sometimes my voice shifts just a little bit because of the accent piece that's coming through, but I do my best not to. So here's what we're going to do. I'm just connecting into them right now. So I want you to join. It doesn't matter. Time does not exist. So if you find this in a year from now, it's Thursday, August 15th, 2024. It doesn't matter when you find this, there'll be something for you. Time does not exist. So I want you to connect in. I want you to call upon all that you are for the highest path involved for you, for humanity. God, you guys are powerful. All right. I'm going to deliver 2 bits of direction and guidance. So I'm saving the big messaging and the tools that they want us to use for transmuting the energy on this planet. But I'm going to offer 2 direct messages. So I want you to pick 1 or 2. It's going to help me if you decide and put it in the comments. It just makes it quicker for me because then I know I can pick up on your energy. And again, time, space, reality does not matter, doesn't exist. So it doesn't matter. I can connect into 2 years ago, 5 years from now. Okay. Oh, some of you have some really big emotion. Okay. Oh, you ready? I've never done this public, like live public on this platform. So I'm really excited to see all of the I'm possessed by the devil, let Jesus back in your heart comments later on. That's going to be a good time for me. It's going to be awesome. That's why it took so long to get to it because they would have lost by now because they don't usually like me. Okay, here we go. We're going to start with number 1. The only reason I use cards, guys, is because I'm visual and it helps me translate faster. So let me connect in. So the first message, they're going to start. They're just going to move through me here. We understand at this time that the energy is intense for you. We understand that it is intense for your physical body. We understand that it is intense for your emotional body. We understand the pressure that you feel to be more, the pressure that you feel to understand more, the pressure that you put upon yourself to stand in your purpose. We want you to take that pressure off your shoulders and understand that you are connected to all that is. We're going to be moving through some very intensive times, and we know that you already understand this message. We know that you are already feeling it, and we know that everybody is preaching this message. But what we want you to understand is that as all things are shifting through higher dimensional awareness, the vibration becomes higher. When you are dealing with blockages within your emotional body, when you are dealing with lack of self-worth, when you are dealing with lack of believing in self, asking yourself, who am I to push forward? Who am I to be seen? You are in fact keeping yourself small. And in that smallness, you are lowering your vibration. And so what is happening for you, and it is happening for you, you are given the opportunity to understand in your discomfort, there is opportunity for extensive growth. When you are choosing to keep yourself small, you are holding yourself back from your awakening, from your ascension, from your wisdom. And so we urgently, urgently ask you, can you go within? Can you start within your heart and ask yourself, what am I willing to believe about myself and my journey? What are you willing to believe? Most of you are functioning off of an unknown lack of worth, an unknown lack of self care and self love and self nurturing. And we can't understand why you do this to yourself. We want you to start in your heart. What changes are you willing to make for you? To lift your vibration, because it is in the process of loving yourself and honoring your experience and honoring the fact that you know you are here for something. Stop denying it. When you honor that, you will lift your vibration for your own personal experience, but the experience of all involved. We want to tell you and remind you, you have it all within your heart. You have it all within your system. You are a multidimensional being. And that isness, that consciousness that is pulsing through your body is aching to explode through you. But you are choosing to hold it back by telling the story of, I am not enough. It is time to get your shit together. It is time to be brave. It is time to be bold in your knowing. It is time to look in the mirror and say, I am capable and I am worthy and I am here for it. Most of you will do that and then go sit on your ass on the couch and refuse to take action. And we do not understand why. The others of you will use plant medicine. You will get yourself high in expectation of having connection and wisdom move through you. And we laugh at this. It's ridiculous. This is not the way. The way is through your heart, through your courage, sustaining it, being fierce, being determined, being focused, and not giving up on yourself. Don't waste your life experience any longer. It is time. It is time to do the things involved that will heal what is holding you back within your mind, within your subconscious. It is time to allow the healing to anchor so deeply in you that you become a force of unstoppable nature. It is time. It is your turn. No substance, no psychic reading, no magic wand, no quote unquote spirit guide nor ascended master can change your outcome. It is a combination of your ego self, blended through your heart, the two operating mechanisms that you came here with. Merge them, heal them, honor them, step in. Did anybody just get a lecture? How are we feeling? Ooh. All right, number ones. I'm going to give you some tips before we go into number two, okay? Your subconscious is 95% of your thought, and it is unknown. And this is where you hold your belief structure. This is where you hold what you truly, truly believe about your fucking self. You have to go into that space and heal it. That is what we do. That is what I've always done. That is what this whole fucking company started with. Get it done. It's inner child work. There's a $27 program on the website. It's not an investment. It's an investment into your time. Inner child work is your emotional body. It is your subconscious. It is absolutely essential that you heal your limiting beliefs. Otherwise, this is not going to happen for you. So do the work. Get the work done. Go to your journal, process with your inner child, go through the motions, get it sorted. That is what's going to liberate you into expanding universal wisdom through you, with you, for the world. That's the hard way I did it. I know the shortcuts. You can do this. Trust me, you can do this. So we're going to go. I picked number 2, but dang, that hit me hard. Amazing. I love it. Okay. So we're going to do that deep work. All right. It's time. We have got some big, big, uncomfortable things coming down the pipeline. When I say uncomfortable, I don't want you going into, oh God, I can't handle anymore. Yes, you can. You've handled it up to now. You can handle more. You got this. You came here for it. You didn't come here for like some carriage ride across your life. You came here to understand humanity. You came here to understand what's required for our evolution as a collective. So we're going to change the perspective on that. But we do have some uncomfortable, or the perception of uncomfortable, changes coming. Big ones that I'll talk about on the 27th privately. So in order for you to participate in that, and you have the ache, show me who has the ache. Like, give me heart emojis. Who has the ache? The ache. You know what I'm talking about if you have it. I need to know, because I am going to send some messages your way. If you have the ache, you came here to create change. So change starts. We know the saying, be the change you want to see in the world. Legit, we do that. All right. Let me have a sip of water. We're going to go into number 2. See, it's time. All of them coming up. Okay. It's time. It's time. Okay. So we're going to do the work. That's a yes. Yes, we're going to do that. All right. Let's go into the second channeled message. So those of you that pick number 2, but you might resonate with both. It might be a progression as well. It's so funny. My comment section, I'm seeing all the names pop up, but my comments are empty. It's just, I think my internet's lagging because my energy is too big right now. Okay, we're going to go into the second message. Let's do this. So for those of you that have been in the Galactic Ambassadors retreats that I've done, the events that I've held, they have this like, the collective that I work with have this like dad joke sense of humor sometimes, and they think they're effing hilarious. And it's actually quite embarrassing when it has to come through my mouth because I'm just translating as it's happening, not really paying attention. And then I'll catch their dad joke and I'll be like, are you kidding? And they think they're doing it for me because I love dad jokes. Oh, I love dad jokes. And so they want to start with a dad joke, and it's so ridiculous. And they think this is so funny. But what was the Neil Armstrong? One small step for man, one giant leap for humanity. With that situation that probably wasn't even real. So that's the first thing that they're telling me as I like connected into it. So here we go. You guys are game changers. Number 2, you were massive game changers. So let me connect in. My marketing team just got here. I can hear them downstairs in the hallway. I need to just shut that out and connect. Here we go. We're going to start with being soft. And we're going to reassure you that the path you've walked, we really want you to listen to this message. Are you ready? Pay attention. You're crossing the finish line of hardship, love. You're crossing it. You're crossing the finish line of lack. Now, this is up to you to cross the finish line. It's up to you to navigate. But we see you. We honor you. We bow our heads to you. You have done well. You have progressed tremendously. There is one large step left. Most of you, this step requires embodying, becoming the knowing, becoming the energy, the power of the universal principle of divine oneness. When this happens, you will have your own psychic phenomenon, and it will be undeniable that it has happened when you become the awareness of it, not the knowledge of it. And so we encourage you right now to spend time reflecting, to spend time in meditation, to spend time in quiet stillness and not action. There is one leap of faith left for you. And instead of falling or jumping off a cliff, we want you to use this analogy instead because it's much less scary. There's no need to propel yourself off a cliff metaphorically, because that would denote to massive transformation and trusting fear all at once. And what we want to say to you is do not invoke fear. Do not put yourself in positions that will invoke fear. You are allowed to choose a safe path, one that serves both your soul and your ego. So instead of throwing yourself off a metaphoric cliff and waiting for your wings to grow and trusting the fall in the process, calm yourself down and look at it instead like this. There's a small cliff in front of you, just a small one, approximately 12 feet tall. And you're going to climb that cliff, and it's going to be uncomfortable, but it's really not that high. And as you climb that cliff, on the very top of that cliff, when you arrive on the surface of it, there will be a staircase. And you will walk up that staircase, up the mountain, up your ascension, up into your purpose. Are you willing to climb the cliff? You can take your time. You can sit and ponder it. We know that you will. It's just a matter of when. We want you to start to begin to embody the universal principle of divine oneness so that you can begin to understand that fear is only the unknown, and the unknown is only what you have yet to create. So you now get to create. We want to encourage you to understand the deep universal wisdom that's available for you. We are connected into you, but you have each other. Lean into each other, support each other, learn from each other. You're going to go through a phase over the coming days, more specifically towards the full moon, where you're going to feel depleted. You're going to feel tired. You're going to feel a desire for climbing into bed. And we want you to do this as much as possible. And the reason we want this to happen for you, and the reason you will be experiencing your ascension symptoms in this fashion, is because there is deep wisdom moving through you right now. The moment that you choose to decide to climb that cliff, to arrive at the bottom of the staircase and take yourself up the stairs, which is a journey within itself, you're going to begin to have an expansion of wisdom moving through you. And for that wisdom to move through you, you have to become the vibrational match of that wisdom. You see, wisdom on our level is very high vibration. So you have to become in alignment with that vibration in order to have that wisdom move through you and sustain itself within you. Otherwise, it'll come out your mouth and leave your mind. You have to become the match energetically. And so you're going to go through a phase of fatigue. You're going to go through a phase of a little bit of body ache. You can choose to be low vibrational about this process and complain endlessly about how hard it is, or you can take a nap and allow your body to restore as it begins to attune itself to the vibration. You will prevent your vibration by going into complaining and moaning, but you will enhance your vibration with the awareness that you are in fact ascending. You are climbing a cliff. It is uncomfortable. It is okay that it is uncomfortable. And then when you arrive at the top of the cliff, you're at the bottom of a new level. And that can be uncomfortable. And then you have a very large staircase ahead of you and you have to work, you have to climb it. Very uncomfortable. So choose sit at the bottom of the cliff and complain or climb. But this is where you are at. You are at the crossroads of moving into what you came here to share with the world. You are at the beginning phases of what you are here to share with the world. And the first thing you need to share is the fact that you are an energetic being and just your presence alone is sufficient. We want you to spend much time in reflection and in meditation. We want you to allow anything that wants to be healed within you to surface through you. So take the blinders off, pay attention to your thought, pay attention to your reflection in the world because it's making you feel something. What are you feeling? Then look inward and understand where does that stem from? If you are feeling it, it's because it resides within you. So do not be ignorant to the fact that you have things to heal. There is no such thing as arrived. It is an endless journey, an endless staircase. You can rest when you need to because there is no race, because there is no end to it. So slow down, reflect, rest, restore. Choose your thought patterns very wisely, darlings. Choose them very wisely and understand that you are both human and universe. You are both in union. So do not deny any piece of yourself. Allow yourself to experience both worlds. It is essential. If I could share with you, I forgot that I was live just till right now. If I could share with you the love that I am feeling through them, oh my God, you are loved, you guys. Oh, you are loved. Okay, so let's sum it up. One of the things they want to talk about as I heard that, I love the metaphor. Who has been like, I need to throw myself off a cliff and trust the process, leap of faith? Like, I love this metaphor of like, it's this, I could see it as a movie and it was like just this little cliff. And it was like, oh, I can do that. And then I just got to climb stairs and I can rest when I need to. Amazing. Um, mm, reading the comments. The leap. Good, good, good. Yeah, I'm glad. Like, this is it. It doesn't stop. I've been on this journey I've been teaching it for, I'm turning 46 this year. So I've been teaching it for 20, oh my God, I don't even know, 23, 24 years. Um, and it doesn't stop. Like, just when you think you're like, oh man, I have it all figured out, something hits you upside the head and you're like, oh, do I actually even know anything though? Because it's so limitless. And you'll go through and you'll have these big epiphanies, right? Where you're like, oh my God, this is amazing. I didn't know. When I started having how to use the Power 369, like what to do with it, when I start having that move through me, I was like, there can't be anything bigger than this. Like, oh my fucking God, like this is wild. It blew my mind and it changed my entire reality. And then I started teaching it and it changed everybody else's reality. And I was like, this is wild. And then how that's all the quantum entanglement, which is not actually quantum entanglement. I'm going to talk about that another day. But when that all moved through me, then it took to a whole other level. And I was like, oh my God, I knew nothing in comparison to what I understand now. So you're going to have these, happy birthday, Christine. You're going to have these leveling up and you'll be like, this is mind blowing. This is mind blowing. This is amazing. Like, oh my God, I got it figured out. This is so cool. And then something else will come in that'll turn that. And you'll be like, I literally thought I knew everything and now I know nothing. And that doesn't stop either. So there's a lot of, I see on the TikTok, a lot of people, and I see with even some of my students, a lot of people being absolute D-bags sometimes in the fact that they're like, especially fourth dimensional consciousness, being like, I have it all figured out and I'm in 13D and I'm no, 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 no. And I'm like, no, you don't, though. You don't. Um, and being ignorant to the fact that they're awake, that they're some guru, whatever. And it's like, no, it doesn't work like that. There's no end to it. And humanity is so naive that we believe them and we follow them. And I'm like, that's not it. Like, even ready for this one, Dalai Lama doesn't have it figured out. That's a big statement. I understand that, but it's baby food. It is baby food to what's actually available for you. Um, so that was a huge statement, but it's actually true. If your life hasn't changed drastically, then you have not become the awareness of it at all. And like, that is my mission on this planet. And I'm not the only one. There's a few of us right now. When I made the program Fully Awaken and Ascend, which is on the website, that's coming down really soon, by the way. But when I made that program, my whole world changed. I went from, I have had cancer twice. I have not wanted to be on this planet and tried to leave it. I have been homeless. I have been bankrupt. I have had very lucrative careers. I have been beaten, my flesh and bones broken. I have been very invaded, if you know what I mean, in a horrible way. I've had all of the things. I had an 8-week death notice. I have experienced a lot of lows in my world, in my life. And now I am living in my highest timeline with the most incredible. I found my people. A lot of you are them. I feel like this is always family when I come live. I found my people. Like, I know the feeling of waiting for your people. I know that pain. I've activated all my clairs. I am telepathic. I can fucking levitate my meditations. Not very high, but I can do it. And I don't know how to teach that yet. But my life changed because I went inside and figured out how to connect into oneness. And I want that for you. And when I look at the world and we see a lot of 4D people out there teaching you the 5 steps to manifestation or some energy healing certification program, like, did your life change? The 888 portal, did your life change drastically after that? Did you all of a sudden arrive in divine purpose and live your highest damn life? No, you didn't. And most of the people on the TT didn't either. But they're sitting there preaching like they know it all. And I feel like that's holding back humanity so much. So I'm going to be that bitch now. I'm going to be that girl that tears it apart. And I don't want to do it alone. I'm going to do it with the Galactic Council. I'm going to do it with you. We're going to change this planet. And that's what the 27th, the Galactic Ambassadors Group is going to be about. Is it is effing time to step up on the podium and be like, let's go. Let's change it. Instead of all these falsified bullshit, like feel good Phil. I'm going to call that piece of shit out. Have you? What kind of spiritual narcissistic behavior is that? Like, I can't eat just the look alone. Like, I'm so sorry that you feel so important because you have a few million followers, but what are you doing to humanity? Are you living your highest timeline? Living your highest timeline, by the way, does not mean perfect. You're human. You're going to get a cold sore once in a while. You're going to experience energy moving through you. This is held back anger that I didn't let out, that I really wanted to let out, and it went bloop through my lip. And I was like, cool. Because anger is a healthy, normal thing. Anyways, let's change the world. And I think that you're being called out by the Galactic today. So if you feel like you're a star seed, join us. It's $33, not a huge investment, on the 27th. And I'm going to teach you what your purpose is. We're going to talk about that. We're going to channel the Galactic. We are going to be doing probably a meditation. A lot of information and very, very, very intense meditation that is, information that is not I don't want to bring public at all. I don't feel that a lot of people deserve this information. So it's private. If you made it all the way to here, then you're one of them. Let's go. Okay. So we're all being called out. Do the work that you're being guided to do. Go inside. I did this alone. You can do it. I got here, you can get here. If you want help, try the Fully Awaken Ascend program. Give it a shot, or the Inner Child program. I don't care. I'm not trying to sell you that. I just know it works. But you can do this alone. You can go into your journal. You can go into your inner child. You can do the work. It is about discovering why you're holding yourself back within your belief structure. Once you do that, oh, babe, the gateway's open. You are universal flow. You have it all. You have it all. You have it all. It's all there. You don't need anybody else. If you want to speed it up, yeah, do some stuff. But there's no rush. Nothing needs to be forced. Nothing needs to be rushed. So just pay attention to what's going on in your reflection. Pay attention to what you're feeling and where does that stem from, and go in and rewrite that story. All right? It's work time. It's time to get to work. All right. I love you guys. I hope that you have the most amazing day. I'm going to quickly look at the comments here. Love it. Yes. Yes. I'm ready to trust and allow and learn on these stairs. Yes, Sarah. Yes. I love you too, Andrea. I was just writing in my journal about the ache. Yeah. I had the ache since I was a wee little girl, Joy. I understand it. I understand it. And it is powerful. It's because you're here for something. Lots of prayers and love on your fast recovery. The only thing I have to recover right now is this. If you were talking to me, I don't know, you might have been responding to another thing, but it's already healed. It just looks like shit. Amazing, Aisha. I can't wait to see you there. First time watching you. I like your vibe. Thanks, Annette. Been here a bit. Join the crew. We're like one big happy, like, crew is the word I'm going to use because I think family's toxic. All right. Go look in the mirror. Honestly, go. Can you say about your event again? Yes. So August 27th at 6 p.m. Eastern time. It's called Galactic Ambassadors. It's $33, not a big investment. It's about 90 minutes. You can email reachout@diamondno.com and Amanda will get you set up for that. Nikki will be posting soon. So if you're following on Instagram, you'll see some posts on that, or on Facebook here. You'll see some posts about it coming up soon. So she's going to advertise that. She's actually waiting for me right now in the other office. So I'm going to go hang out with them. We're going into final design of the book, and then I'll let you know when it comes out online, and all the pre-order stuff is exciting. All right. But for now, you know what to do. You're going to go look in the mirror. You're going to find a million reasons to say thank you. I love you. Be brave with it. Be bold with it. Honor your damn self. And I will see ya when I see ya.